Hey parents, hold on just a second. I need to ask you something that might shock you. But first, let me ask you this. What if I told you that the future of your child's intelligence is being written right now, and you might be missing the window to shape it? Did you know that by the time your child turns 3, their brain is already 80% developed? 80%. That means most of your child's brain growth. The very foundation of how they think, how they learn, how they process the world, happens before they even blow out the candles. On their 3rd birthday cake. Crazy, right? But here's the heartbreaking truth: most parents don't realize this. And because of that, they make a mistake. A mistake that could hold their children back for years. They think it's okay. I'll take my child outside when they're older. They're too little now. They don't really need much yet. But that is a dangerous assumption. The first 3 years of life are not just baby years. They are the most critical years of brain development your child will ever have. And here's the problem. If your child spends those years locked indoors, surrounded by the same 4 walls, the same handful of toys, the same repetitive shows, their brain simply doesn't get the stimulation it needs. Every sound, every sight, every smell, every touch. That's what builds intelligence. Without those experiences, the brain forms fewer neural connections, and fewer connections means slower learning later on. So when these kids finally enter preschool or kindergarten, they often struggle. They might have a harder time paying attention. They might lag behind in language or problem solving. And listen, it's not because they aren't smart, it's because their brains didn't get the chance to grow in the way they were designed to grow. And let me pause here, parents. Can you feel the weight of that every day, every hour, every tiny choice you make is literally shaping the roads inside your child's brain? Imagine holding wet cement in your hands. That's what their brain is right now. Let's talk science for a second. Harvard Center on the Developing Child calls this period the critical window of development. In those first few years, your child's brain is making millions of new connections every single second. Think of these connections like highways. Every new experience, hearing a dog bark, touching grass, watching a butterfly, tasting a new fruit, builds another road. The more roads, the faster and easier information travels across the brain. That's what intelligence really is: the speed, the flexibility of those connections. Now imagine a child who spends most of their days indoors. Same toys, same TV, same sounds, same walls. Instead of highways, their brain is left with just a couple of dirt roads. Limited connections, limited growth. And here's the kicker. The American Academy of Pediatrics confirms this. They've shown that children exposed to rich sensory environments in their first 3 years develop stronger memory, better language, and sharper problem-solving skills later in life. Think about that for a second. Millions of new connections every second. Can you imagine that pace if you blink? That second is gone forever. That's why every new sound, every touch, every smell matters for. Let me paint you a picture you won't forget. Toddler. A spends most of the day inside. Same couch, same screen, same toys, not much variety. Toddler B. Their parents take them outside every single day. To the park, to the grocery store, to the backyard. They hear birds, they see colorful fruits, they touch sand, they smell flowers. Every day, their little brains light up with new information. Fast forward to preschool, toddler. A feels overwhelmed. New environments feel strange. They struggle to focus. They take longer to adjust. They fall behind. Toddler B walks in curious, confident, ready to explore. They pick up new words faster. They ask more questions. They connect better with others. And here's the key. The difference wasn't IQ. It wasn't genetics. It was environment. One child's brain was fueled at the right time. The other's wasn't. Now ask yourself, parents, which toddler do you want your child to be? And here's the even harder question. Based on your habits right now, which toddler are they becoming? And parents, let me share a story that still gives me chills. A kindergarten teacher in California told me about two little boys who started school the very same year. Both were 5. Both were loved by their parents. Both had the same bright eyes and big smiles. But the difference, one had spent most of his early years indoors, TV, toys, the same 4 walls. The other, his parents made it a habit to take him outside every single day, even if it was just for short walks. Here's what happened. Day 1 of kindergarten. The first boy froze. The noise, the colors, the chaos, it was too much. He cried for hours. He couldn't follow directions. He barely spoke to anyone. His teacher said it took him months just to feel safe. The second boy. He walked in curious, excited, ready to play. He jumped into activities. He asked questions. He made friends fast. His teacher said he was like a sponge, soaking up everything around him. Now here's the heartbreaking part. When teachers tested their skills, the first boy wasn't less smart. His brain just hadn't been given the stimulation it needed at the right time. He was playing catch-up before he even began. Parents, can you imagine watching your child struggle like that, knowing it could have been prevented with just a few minutes a day outside? This is why waiting is dangerous. This is why every single day matters. And listen, if this is hitting you right now, if you're thinking, wow, I need to start today, do yourself a favor, hit subscribe right now so you don't miss the next science-backed parenting tip I share, because your child's brain is growing today, not tomorrow, and you don't want to miss a single chance to fuel it. All right, let's keep going. Now I can almost hear some parents saying, okay, I get it. I need to take my child outside more, but I don't have money for expensive toys, or fancy early learning centers, or daily trips to the zoo. Here's the good news. You don't need any of that. What your child needs isn't luxury, it's variety, it's real-world experience. Here's what you can do starting today. Go to the park. Let them run on the grass, let them climb, let them listen to the birds, take them grocery shopping, point out the red apples, the green cucumbers, the rough pineapples. Let them touch different textures, let them hear different sounds. Play in your backyard, show them rocks, leaves, insects. Let them dig in the dirt, explore your city, walk a different street, ride the bus, visit the library, and most importantly, talk to them. Describe what they're experiencing. That's a red car. Do you hear the dog barking? The flower smells sweet. Every single one of those moments wires their brain in powerful ways. To you, it might seem simple, but to them, it's building a richer, stronger brain. And here's something powerful. Science says it's not the toy, it's the talk, it's not the money, it's the moments. That means even if you're busy, even if you're on a budget, you still have everything your child needs to thrive. Some parents think I'll wait until my child is 4 or 5. Preschool will teach them everything, but here's the truth. By age 5, that critical window of rapid brain growth is already closing. Of course, children can always learn, but the pace slows down dramatically after age 3. It's like trying to plant seeds. After the season is over, you'll get something, but it won't be nearly as strong as what you could have grown if you planted at the right time. Think of your child's brain like wet cement. In the first 3 years, it's soft, moldable, ready to take shape. Everything you do, the experiences you provide, the words you speak, the places you go leaves a lasting impression. But as they get older, that cement hardens. It becomes harder to make changes. That's why the first 3 years matter so much. Let's get brutally honest here. Waiting is the biggest mistake. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to rewind the clock. You can start today, or you can look back with regret 5 years from now. And I know You don't want that. Let's make this real. Sarah, a mom of 2 from Texas, didn't know about this window the first time around. Her first child stayed mostly indoors, with TV and toys. By preschool, she struggled with speech and had trouble adjusting socially. With her second child, Sarah did things differently. She made it a mission to take him outside daily, even for short walks. Today at age 4, he's thriving, talking in full sentences, eager to learn, confident around other kids. Or Michael, a single dad from Ohio. He works long hours, but he makes time on weekends to take his son to the farmer's market, to a hiking trail, or even just on a bus ride downtown. Teachers describe his son as curious, attentive, eager to participate. These aren't isolated cases. They're proof. Awareness plus action equals transformation. These stories aren't here to make you feel guilty. They're here to show you what's possible. Regular parents, busy, stressed, tired, who made small changes and saw massive results. If they can do it, you can too. Research has shown it again and again. Children who get rich sensory experiences early in life perform better academically, have stronger social and emotional skills, show higher levels of creativity, grow into more confident, resilient adults. This is not about raising perfect kids. It's about giving them the fuel their brains are craving. And parents, I know what you're thinking. Does this really matter for my kid? The answer is yes. Study after study shows the same pattern. Early experiences shape everything. And the good news, you hold the keys. So here's my challenge to you parents. Starting today, make it your mission to take your child outside. Let them experience the world. Let them hear new sounds, see new colors, touch new textures, because every time they do, their brain is literally building new connections. Connections that will help them learn faster. Connections that will make them more curious. Connections that will give them the foundation for success. Not just in school, but in life. Don't wait until it's too late. Those first 3 years are the foundation of your child's intelligence. And once those years are gone, you can't get them back. And listen, if you've been watching this far, that already tells me something. You care. You're not the kind of parent who shrugs and says, oh well. You're here because you want to give your child the best shot. And that makes you different. If this message spoke to you, don't just nod and move on. Take action. Step 1. Today, commit to just one new experience with your child. A walk around the block, a new fruit at the grocery store. 5 minutes of looking at the sky together. Step 2, subscribe to my channel and join my weekly newsletter. Every week, I share simple science-backed parenting tips, plus real-world activities you can use right away to raise a smarter, happier, more confident child. And when you subscribe today, I'll send you a free guide. 10 everyday activities that boost brain development before age 3. Easy, no cost. Ideas you can start using immediately because your child's brain is growing right now. And the choices you make today will echo for the rest of their life. But don't wait until the end of the week. Don't wait until next month. Your child's brain is growing today, right now. Every moment you delay is a missed opportunity. So hit that subscribe button, grab your free guide, and start this journey with me, because the future won't wait, and neither should you. So, what will you do today to help shape your child's future? Hit subscribe. Grab your free guide, and let's start building your child's brain one amazing experience at a time.